So first question, what age can babies start using sunscreen?
Well, the recommended age is not before 6 months. Up until 6 months, baby's skin is very sensitive, hasn't fully developed yet. So we recommend that children less than 6 months of age stay out of the direct sunlight. In addition, you would want to limit activities during the highest peak sun time during the day, which is about 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. After 6 months of age, you can start using sunscreen on your children. If it's normal activity during the day, such as walking to school or to the grocery store or whatever, an SPF of 15 is recommended. If there are outdoor activities going on, it should be at least an SPF of 30 up to 50. And actually, it's recommended that after an SPF of 50, that it's really not any more beneficial than a lower SPF.
Excellent. The difference, I just wanted to add to that, the difference between the UVA and the UVB rays. The UVA rays penetrate deep in the dermis, and the UVB rays, they just burn the superficial layers of the skin. Very important to reapply every 2 hours. So especially after sweating or the kids are outside playing for a couple hours, they'll need to, pat them off and then reapply that sunscreen after swimming as well. If the sunscreen irritates the skin, just try a different brand. If they break out in a rash, definitely come to the pediatrician.
Okay. It's also very important to not ignore the fact that children can still get sunburns if it's cloudy outside.
Absolutely.
So you still want to take those precautions with sunscreen on a cloudy day if you're going to be outside at an activity.
And also to add to that, dark-skinned babies can still get sunburn and still require sunscreen as well. All right. And can you comment on hats and clothing to wear to the pool or out to the beach?
Absolutely. So children should have a hat on, again, because that direct sunlight can be very harsh on their skin, and you don't realize how quickly a child can get a sunburn. Children should also wear sun shirts. There are shirts available that actually do protect from some of those UVA and UVB rays.
So if the kids don't have a sun shirt, what you can do is just use lightweight cotton clothes. Hold them up to the sunlight. If you see a lot of sun passing through, then maybe you need something with a tighter weave so that less of the sun rays come through.
And also the lighter clothing too prevents children from overheating, because they do overheat at a much faster rate than adults do. So sometimes we tend to, with younger children, especially babies, think that they're going to get cold, when we're not. So if we're out there sweating, especially today when it feels like it's about 110 degrees outside, I broke a sweat walking into the office today. We have to remember that our kids do get hot and they overheat a lot faster than we do.
Absolutely. The next question was how to soothe a sunburn.
Okay, well, I will always say that the best intervention is prevention when it comes to sunburn, okay? But things, do happen, and children do, leave the beach with pink cheeks or a little bit of a sunburn. So cool compresses do help with that. There are some over-the-counter things, but I would never recommend an over-the-counter lotion without contacting the pediatrician. And certainly you would want to get medical attention if the child develops blisters or a fever or has severe pain that's not relieved with cold compresses.
Okay. The next question that came in was on the tanning beds. What are your thoughts and comments on tanning beds, especially for our teenagers?
Yeah, well, tanning beds have shown in recent studies that they do lead to skin cancer. So we would definitely want to recommend, especially to adolescents, they want to have that base tan before the summertime comes. Maybe they think if they get that initial sunburn, now the rest of the summer they're going to tan, so they may do that in a tanning bed. It really is not recommended.
Absolutely. The sunless tanners, those are safe. The bronzers are water-soluble dyes that kind of wash off, and those are okay. There's also the DHA preparations, the misters, which you can get at the tanning salons, and those are temporary as well. Those are okay for teenagers. But the advice is really just love the skin that you're in for your skin.
You will appreciate it later.
Absolutely.